So hello and welcome back to my Dark Souls playthrough. This is part 4, as you probably know. At this point in time, I haven't actually even finished editing part 1, but I'm enjoying it so much that I basically just want to get back to it. Though today I'm a bit lower on energy and also a lot sleepier, and also we're going through a pretty difficult area in the game. At least overall, so expect me to die quite a few times, at least a couple of times anyway. So yeah, the reason why, as you can probably tell, that I've been leveling up the Great Axe is because obviously these enemies have really long health bars, but are also really slow. So it doesn't, it's not exposing me too much to their attacks to have a weapon with a slow attack animation. There we go, and get a nice little backstab in, not too difficult, and then we'll do a little heavy jump. There we go. So we've just got to try and take them on one by one. Got to be careful of those guys over there. I think they have, like, poison blow darts and that. So get another backstab in. Should probably pick up whatever that was over there. And another. Oh, just a standard heavy because I pressed the input at the wrong time. But yeah, Blighttown. This is quite a large area. Oh, here we go. These are the worst. These guys will try and jump on you, and then will, of course, basically... Right, okay. See, the problem here is that I haven't, while I've upgraded my weapons, I haven't upgraded any of my armor. There we go, one's dead. Thankfully they aren't too... their health bars are quite short, but of course, in numbers, they become a significant problem. So we've got this one here, and there you can see the blow darts. I think you can. I can see it on my screen anyway. So I've got to be careful, because I think this is the toxic darts. And of course, toxic is far, far worse than poison. And I'm not... Oh, here we go. Gotta see how far I can bring this guy back. See there, that was the attack animation for the grab. There we go, and he's dead. So I've got to be careful now. I should probably try and rush over to the blow dart attacker before I continue on. And of course, we've now got more. Oh, yeah. The frame rate in Blighttown can plummet quite a bit, especially because of how cluttered the environments can be. So between me and the Blighttown boss, there are 2 bonfires. Yeah, this area is quite intimidating at times, especially when it's your first playthrough. This is my 3rd or 4th time going through Blighttown. Is that it? Oh, of course you have a lapse of judgment for a moment, and then you lose a huge chunk out of your health. So there are several routes through Blighttown. There we go. There's the first of the 2 bonfires. So essentially, as you can probably see, this is like a sort of community. Is airy the term? Where it's sort of like a village that's sort of like bolted onto the side of a valley or cavern or something. And then down there is like a poison swamp. And the boss is actually... You can't actually see the boss area from here. I'll see if I can show you one around a corner. I think there's a fire dog nearby, so I've got to be quick. Yeah, there we are. There's the fire dogs. At least I think that's what they are. Yeah, fire dogs. Oh, and also blow darts. Because of course. There we go. And now at least you're able to see what Toxic looks like. I don't think resistances actually reduce the amount of damage you take from Toxic. So there we go. We've got to take the blooming moss clump because regular purple doesn't do the trick. But of course, the blooming does both, if absolutely necessary. I've already used half of my Estus Swigs. Maybe we should go back and kindle that bonfire. I mean, I've got 2 humanity, but then again, I don't really want to. I don't really want to do the bit with the fire dogs and the blowpipe too many times, as I'm sure you can understand why. Oh. There we go. By the way, if you see an abrupt cut in a very short amount of time, then it's probably due to factors related to audio and that. Basically, things I've already explained. So where are we? See, I need to concentrate a lot during this area, so my commentary might not be that great. I mean, I don't think it was that great anyway, but it might drop to unwatchable levels. Right. Because basically I need to get down to that platform there, and I'm trying to remember what the... Oh, there's a ladder here. That guy's gonna just... Oh no, he doesn't. I was gonna say that he was gonna stand right underneath me when I was gonna climb down that time. So there we go. And just make sure there's none of those little ones in the immediate area. Oh, there we go. So now I just have to face this guy. Because obviously, when you've got to face this guy with the little ones nippling... there we are. There we go. Oh no, he's not dead. Almost dead, so I'll throw a fireball. Ah! And this guy looks like he's clipping against a bit of scenery. Oh, but he's still able to get the majority of my health. Nice little happy accident for me, though. Not sure what that screaming thing actually does. It doesn't seem to attract any other enemies like you might expect. So, I don't know if it's just meant to intimidate you, and maybe it just doesn't work for me at this point. Oh, looks like we've got another blow dart. Oh, I'm assuming that means that someone fell off a ledge somewhere. Because obviously I didn't pick anything up. Right, I've got to be careful through the whole Blighttown. I think we've got... There we go. We've got like these insects. Some of them can fly. These is just sort of like float, but we've also got flies which spit things at you. And it probably also would have been a good idea for me to level up when I got to the previous bonfire, but oh, here we go. Right, gotta stay back. I'll try and go around this time. There we go. And down in one hit. Gotta say, I do like the great axe. When you get further in the game, I think it's more once you've upgraded it a bit. It's quite good at interrupting the attacks of enemies, even those with really high poise, because that's what blow dart. Thankfully, the shield seems to be taking the worst of it. There we go, dead. So yeah, I'm mostly the actual gear. See, these are the flies that spit, and they also clip on the scenery a lot, and they're quite difficult to see, quite difficult to hit because of the way they move. See, there's one clipping against the platform there. Although knowing this game, they'd probably be able to spit through anyway. But yeah, the gear I'm wearing is still mostly the starter gear, although I would have upgraded it by now if my my equipment load capacity was much higher. So I might, when I get to the next bonfire, if I get there, I'll probably be spending it on endurance. I'm going to be running past these next few enemies just so I can get to the bonfire. Because I don't want to do this again. It's not that not that I don't want to do it again. It's more that, well, I got this far, and I don't think it's going to be very interesting for you to watch it again. So I'm going to just quickly grab one purple clump. Here we are. Here's the bonfire. There was probably no need for that, really. So basically, an important thing to remember. Is it an important thing to remember? Is that, oh yeah, right, the way that the poison works, and a mistake that I noticed when I was helping someone in their game, is that they were using the purple moss clumps whenever they got poisoned, but that's not when you should be using it. You should be wait until you get to like a safe area before you use the moss clumps, because we were walking across the poison swamp, and just going across like a massive body of water. And what shall I level up this time? Yeah, I'll go with endurance. So there we go, 3 more levels in that. So maybe I can wear better gear. If not now, then in a couple of levels time. But yeah, I noticed that he. Oh, we've got another player. Might summon them in a second. But yeah, he was walking across. We were both walking across like a large body of water, but he kept on using it as we were going across. So he was just basically wasting them and kept getting poisoned. So yeah, wait until you get to a dry patch like this before you actually use the purple moss clump. So this is an NPC invader, Maneater Mildred, who I'm assuming is meant to be one of the butchers we saw in the depths. And of course, because she's not wearing much, that makes her very nimble. Well, not nimble exactly, but fast. But it's quite important that, well, I find it quite important anyway, that we kill her now. And by that I mean actually, reverse hollowing to get her in my game and then kill her. Because she can appear as a summon for the next boss if you manage to kill her, like I just did. There we go. Did I kindle the bonfire? I don't think I did. In any case, there we go. Kindled bonfire. So let's summon this player in. Basically, I find that I always tend to need all the help I can get with the upcoming boss. It's one of the sort of boss. There are two general strategies in Dark Souls that make it a lot easier, and they're quite simple ones. One is, have they been summoned to someone else's game? I don't know. One is the circle strafing, as I mentioned before. There we go. I'll just give them a little bow. There we go. Now she will help us for the boss. So the two main strategies being circle strafing, which of course is common to a lot of games, and the other. See, getting stuck on the clutter there. Right, so you see her health now. So when I take a swig of my Estus, it heals the co-op player to a lesser extent. I should probably have the... See what I mean? I'm saving the purple moss clump for the time being. So I've got to keep my eye on the Estus so that... well, yeah, of course the summoning failed because I've already summoned her to my game. There we go. She just popped a humanity, I think. Because I think that might be the only way to heal when you're in the game. I don't know. There are so many things I don't know about Dark Souls. But in any case, I'm going to have a purple moss clump now to get rid of the poison. I'm going to have a swig of my Estus. There's another player. Amazing that I didn't actually finish my sentence before. Is Man-Eater Mildred here? Right, looks like it. So I'll summon her to the game. Yeah, the two main strategies of the game being summon, circle strafing, and then summon players and NPC and characters for co-op for boss fights, so that you can have them pull the aggro for you. Alright, so it's now 3 against 1, which means that it's probably going to take a long time to get her health bar down. Oh, actually not too bad considering. But of course she's got a lot of attacks. Like see there where she sort of vomited up the... Oh, and I just died in one hit. But yeah, you can see that lava attack she does there, and it leaves lava over the area, and it stays there for a considerable amount of time. So there can be like large areas where you just need to not touch a thing. Right, so what should I do now? So gonna pop one humanity, reverse hollowing. If I'm gonna summon anyone, it's gonna be someone else. I don't want to put another player through having to help me more than once. But thankfully Man-Eater Mildred's there, so I could just summon her. But if we find that other player that was there was at the entrance to Quelaag's domain. What the hell is going on? Right, so I didn't know that that was an attack that they could do. Either I'm not sure if that's a glitch because this is the only time I've ever seen an attack from behind, because it looked like the attack animation for the one in front, but I don't know, maybe I'm just learning things now. I suppose I should probably look it up, but then again, in any case, I've just lost one humanity. This is the thing, is that of course I can't kindle while holiday. I see what I mean. I'm not very good at this game, but I know enough to get by. So it means that I do tend to have speed bumps and sandbags like this. Especially Quelaag is one of the bosses I tend to struggle with, just because of the kinds of attacks she has. Although maybe I should try soloing it, because I've never tried doing that. There we go, I'm getting poisoned again. I was going to try and circle straight around there, but didn't work. This sort of windmill type thing is how we're going to get out. How we're going to get out of Blighttown and back to the surface in a much quicker time than going through the depths would take us. Especially going through that area with the big slow lumbering enemies. That would take way too long. And just get my purple moss ready. I'm not a fan of the the slowness of the wading. Of course, things like that though, that I would sort of file them under the same kind of thing that I'd file the weapons in Mario Kart that I don't like. You know, they feel that they are annoying, but they still feel like a cohesive part of the game design. So they make sense in context, but you know, in isolation, they may not be things I like. If you get me. If I'm making any sense, I hope I am. Right, so summon Manny to Mildred again. The other good thing about having NPC co-op partners is that it takes less time for them to get into the game, because obviously netcode isn't a thing and all that. So yeah, we've got to watch out for a sort of like the spider mouth, and also these attacks that she's doing with her sword. So it looks like there we go. It looks like Mildred might be the one who's got our attention at the moment. Oh no, we've got to get back, back. There we go. Because obviously that was the move that killed me last time. Now that she's got the attention, I'm going to try and... There we go. Again, I'm not sure what the weaknesses are for Quelaag, but I'm assuming that that fire is not one of them, considering hair. No, just wasted that there. Hair attack patterns and stuff. Oh no. Oh great, looks like Mildred's stuck in the lava. Which, yeah. Which doesn't help me a ton. Which I suppose is the problem with not summoning... with not summoning actual people for co-op. Oh, no, 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 no. Right. Is she dead now? Not quite. Also seems to be that the Estus doesn't actually heal her. Right. Gotta try and kill her quickly. If I can kill her at all. Oh no, and Mildred's down. Oh, there we go. We've killed Quelaag just in time, because I'm not a fan of having to fight her solo at all. Because, as I said, I'm not very good. So yeah, but Quelaag's down. Yeah, there are things coming up. Two things are going to happen, but now, if you've enjoyed what you've seen so far and you're thinking, alright, maybe I'll play Dark Souls, maybe I'll grab myself a copy, and, you know, even if you don't complete it, you'll get far, you know, you'll be able to get enough out of the experience to justify the purchase. But, and if you are just thinking about maybe getting it, then maybe you should stop about now, because spoilers are about to happen, basically. So this is now the second Bell of Awakening has been rung, and so these giants here are going to open the gate that we saw Siegmeyer at before. And of course, this is indeed my favourite area of the game. So, we're going to go down here. Won't be returning to this area over here until much later on in the game. But it might help me if I open up a secret area around here somewhere. I think it's this wall here. There we go.
Oh dear, what have we here? Are you a new servant? But you have no eggs. No matter. Go along and have audience with our fair lady. I pray that you will mind your manners.
So, while I don't know how much I should talk about just yet, but this woman, who obviously bears some resemblance to Quelaag, is part of the origin of what happened to Blighttown, and the way it looked and stuff. Oh yeah, I should probably level up. No, I'll deal with that later. And especially this guy here. But I'm always kind of, when it comes to lore things related to Dark Souls, I'm always kind of like, should I tell them this now, or should I wait for them to find out for themselves? But yeah. I just kind of needed to open up that area for a thing another time, maybe. And again, I can't really go into much details without maybe spoiling a thing. So, we're going to make our way back through Quelaag's domain. Or Shelob's lair, as I almost called it then. But we're going to go up that windmill thing. And indeed, the route that I'm going to take up is a route that, if you choose I think it's called the Master Key as your starting gift, you can actually come down through that way and essentially attack Quelaag as your second boss. So immediately after you enter Lordran, you know, after defeating the Asylum Demon. So yeah, that's the thing that people do to try and sort of skip their way through it. Oh right, so I'm not even 50%. Sorry, I'm looking at my equip level there. I tend to find it difficult to concentrate on a single thing. Like, not even just when playing this, just ever. So there's an NPC around here who I don't think is going to appear just yet. I'll just check. Oh, we got another large Titanite shard. Neat. Oh, she is here.
A mere undead, yet you can see me. Fascinating. I am Quelana of Izalith. I am not often revealed to walkers of flesh. You have a gift. Are you too one who seeks my pyromancy, like Salomon? Yes, of course. It should be expected. Very well. You shall be my pupil, but to pursue my pyromancy, you must give something up. Are you prepared to do this?
Right, so here is where you can buy like the high level pyromancy spells. Yeah, I'll buy Great Fireball because that's one of the ones that I tend to use the most in the game. Of course, doing this is making it so that I'm foregoing. Yeah, I'll be left with 600 souls. There we go. Means that I'm essentially foregoing the.
Whatever you do, do not crack and go hollow.
The concept
my
of
time spent.
the concept of leveling up. I've now just lost it all. Everything that I got from Quelaag. Although, did you notice that her name was Quelana? Oh, quite a similar name there. I wonder why that is. Although I'm sure you can probably work out. That's the last of the poison, I think, unless I fall in, which is... It's a possibility. It's a possibility, I'm not gonna lie. This is quite a rickety contraption, and I'm especially not fond of going down on the other side. I mean, it is possible, but it's here we go. There we go. Done, survived, and all that. So let's see if I can work my way up here. So there are a lot of flies. I think there are a couple of dogs. And then when we get to the top area, there are going to be more of those big dudes with clubs. Killed before they started the attack animation for the fire breathing thing. And of course, because the upcoming area is one of my favourites, I'm probably going to start the next video fairly quickly. Okay, get a backstab in. So they're dead, and I can just drink there. Of course, as you can see, I'm also dodging poison damage as well. Oh no, and we got both of them at the same time. I also didn't attune my my new pyromancy spell, so I can't use that on these guys yet. And there we go, I'm dead. However, this time I'm going to attune my my pyromancy. And also there's a thing that I was meant to grab on the way up, which I completely forgot to pick up. And that's going to be a bit of a... Well, it's not going to be a problem, is it? It would have been a problem if I'd walked forward a bit. So yeah, attune magic, and then I'll put Great Fireball in the second slot. And of course, because Pyromancy redoes the charges when you get to a bonfire. Actually, well, all the magics do. I'll just want to show you what it looks like. So there you go. It's a much more powerful spell than just the regular Fireball. See, I'm wondering whether it might be in my best interest... Oh, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to pop all these... all of these souls. Use selected... Oh, there was a glitch with the user interface there. Could have probably read whatever the description was on the soul, but I chose not to. Right, so let's go for dexterity, just so it increases decreases the charge time for my pyromancy spells. Oh, another thing to note. Do not attack these guys. Do not attack them. They will explode and then parasites will get you. But yeah, do it if you want. I mean, there's a certain point when I might be doing that. Or something similar to it. But yeah. There are lots of little things... in the game that are sort of off to the side, and again, I don't know whether I should be telling you these kind of things, but alright, I'll just tell you that basically they are referred to as the egg burdened, as you could tell before. The guy we spoke to, Engiyi, basically it seems to be like there's some sort of cult based around the fair lady who's the spider woman who was all pale that we saw before. So basically I think it was something like Engiyi, the little guy. He was the first one to be infected with the parasite eggs thing. And then the fair lady sucked out the poison or something. So it wouldn't kill him. But then that infected her and then caused the whole of Blighttown to collapse, as it did. But yeah, sorry, I always lose my train of thought. But yeah, so that sort of seems to be what kicked off like this concept of and of course I've been running around with poison for forever seemingly. Did notice the blow dart guy there. This is a side area I should probably go to. Oh no. This is not the time. Right, okay, sorry. There we go. Is this fly stuck on something there? But yeah, it seems to be that the sort of martyrdom of the Fair Lady is what caused this sort of like reverence of her, and so now the she has sort of like a cult who deliberately infect themselves with the eggs, sort of like in seeming homage to her and her sacrifice. There we go. It was going to happen. Oh. See, this is a problem with the great axe, is that when you're in tight quarters like this, it will just hit the wall. I think it'd probably be better off just using this for like the next few seconds while there's still two of them. I also fall down there a lot when the camera turns around. So, let's see. Blooming moss clump. Estus. And then attack this guy. There we go. And see down there? We've got fire dogs as well. And in this rather sort of unassuming area, there is an item of note. And I think... I can't remember exactly what it is, but I think it might be another... oh, there's another toxic blow dart person. I'll just sort of tuck out of the way. I think it's a Firekeeper soul. It might be. It's definitely something of that caliber, if I remember correctly. But I might not be remembering correctly. Yeah, it's in that... Whatever it is, I think it's that thing there. So there we go. There we go, Firekeeper soul. So I'll upgrade the Estus when I get to the next bonfire. So it's starting to run out of time now. But I'll just... I should have plenty of time to get back to Firelink. Going through a couple of areas we haven't actually been to, but yeah. So I'm nearing the top now, I think. The thing I missed last time was that I was meant to be looking out for a treasure chest which has a key in it that I need to progress further. It's the key that unlocks the door that you use the master key to get... Is it here? No, it's not here. Can't see it. Must be the next floor up. There we go. There's the chest with the master key. Not the chest with the master key. The chest with the key to New Londo, which is the one we need. So just attract this enemy first. I don't want to end up with 3 of them on my back. Oh no. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. There we go. I mean, you definitely can't say that Dark Souls isn't rough around the edges. But it's so brilliant in so many ways that I basically just forgave it, although after quite some time of it being a problem. So I might be switching to... Oh, have I managed to pull the one? There we go. So I won't use my Pyromancy just yet, just in case. See that heavy swing there where they do the diving attack? That takes up a lot of my stamina to block, which of course is a bit of a problem. So yeah, sorry that this has been, if this has been kind of low energy and a little less interesting than the other ones. This was probably definitely what it was going to be anyway, no matter what, when I went through Blighttown. Just because it's sort of like an area where you need to be patient and all that. But, you know, obviously, me having less than like half the sleep I need, it doesn't help. So we're in Valley of the Drakes now. This is an optional area. And there's an optional sort of like mini boss down there. But I'm not going to go there. I'm just going to go back up the surface. So this is the door you open. So New Londo is one of the end game areas, or very close to it at the very least. Essentially, the ruins of an old city that have been sort of submerged in water to try and protect the outside world from something. The ruins are filled with ghosts of the dead, and you need to use an item called a transient curse so that you can even interact with the ghosts, because otherwise your weapons will go straight through them, but they'll still be able to attack you. So you need to always keep a good stock of transient curses, and which of course we get from that the Moss Merchant from nearby Firelink. So this lift here is what leads directly to Firelink here. And this is your last chance to get out related to a spoiler you're about to see. Especially related to events that happen when you ring the second Bell of Awakening. So this is a point where you maybe want to drop off. If not, there's another point coming immediately after it where I will also recommend you stop watching. But in any case, if you are still here, let's go on up. So, we get to Firelink, and the bonfire is no longer lit, because the Firekeeper, who was down here, has now been killed. Now, I don't know whether I actually kept it in the one of the other videos, but the person who killed the Firekeeper was Lautrec of Carim, the guy who was sitting over here, the guy who he rescued from the cell in the church in the Undead Parish. So he picked up that orb, and that allows us to invade his world later on. But the whole purpose of the Bells of Awakening was to awaken a character. And that is this guy.
Ah, hello. Was it you who rang the Bell of Awakening? I am the Primordial Serpent, King Seeker Framt, close friend of the great Lord Gwyn, chosen undead, who has rung the Bell of Awakening. I wish to elucidate your fate. Do you seek such enlightenment? Very well. Then I am pleased to share. Chosen undead, your fate is to succeed the great Lord Gwyn, so that you may link the fire, cast away the dark, and undo the curse of the undead. To this end, you must visit Anor Londo and acquire the Lord Vessel. I am pleased to see you well. Is it something urgent? Those who seek the realm of lords must brave Sen's fortress, a deadly house of traps. Many have gone before you, but none have returned. Fate has chosen you, but proceed with caution.
Right, so it's around this point that I'm going to stop the recording and immediately start a new one. So, I hope you've enjoyed it, but again, as I said, problems have happened. But, I just enjoyed playing Dark Souls, especially this period of the game is where we're about to go is my favourite area. Of course, as he mentioned, Kingsley Frampt mentioned, it is Sen's Fortress. So I'm just going to stop the video about here, and I'll see you next time.